Welcome to the source.
Go Tigers.
The source.
You want to be a real Tiger?
Source. Hey, get the source.
Good morning. I want to wish a special good morning to everyone not named Rice University. So if you are not a student at Rice University, I'm wishing you a good morning. Wow. Rice, man. If you are, I'm not wishing you a good morning. I don't wish you a good morning at all. I don't know how you bring back your entire starting lineup from last year and get worse on both sides of the ball. Shout out Rice. Shout out horse shit. No, Rice really had me pissed off last night. Hope you all had a nice Saturday. Certainly was some fun. We saw some fun games, lost some money, but it was a fun day of football. Good to have a nice college football slate back. But it's Sunday, and we're talking seam. Toast, you had your first losing day in a while yesterday.
Yeah, depends on who or what you tailed. I ended up making a little bit back with the Dodgers. If there's one team that you can always count on, it's that Los Angeles Dodgers, man.
Those damn Dodgers.
When they're rolling, man, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. I respect them for that.
All right, so why don't we go ahead and get into it? Brewers on the road in Cincinnati. We got a TBD at pitcher here in the graphic. Do we have a pitcher for the Reds?
It's going to be like a bullpen day. I guess Brandon Williamson is technically going to get the start today, which doesn't really do much for me. You'll probably see him. You'll probably see Jacob Junis today. Yeah, this whole series hasn't been. I mean, the Brewers are absolutely rolling right now, and the Reds can't do anything right to save their life. I mean, it's just really that simple. I don't know I just want to see what the price is now, but as square as it is, it's like the only way you can bet this game for me. I didn't bet this is the Brewers though, because Tobias Myers has been really good for them. He's been not doing anything special, but he's going 5-6 innings, giving up 2 runs or less almost every time. So Brandon Williamson hasn't pitched in over a year for Cincinnati. The Cincinnati bullpen can't be trusted. Their bats show up once every.
Well, hold on. Not only can the Cincinnati bullpen not be trusted, are you looking at the usage here? There's a lack of available arms. I mean, all their long relievers are in tough shape.
Yeah, there's nothing positive to say about Cincinnati. Why Milwaukee's still minus 130 with I think Devin Williams is the only guy that's not available for Milwaukee. I don't know. It seems very weird price to me. So I'm passing, but Brewers are pass for me. Like, it doesn't even, why you're getting the Brewers at minus the 130 range or whatever it is makes no sense to me. But yeah, it's definitely Milwaukee or pass.
What do these guys have on deck? Milwaukee returns home for a series against the Cardinals. Okay. Another division series. And the Reds have Houston tomorrow. They don't have to travel. Whatever. Yeah, I put down Brewers as a maybe, but by the time we finish the show, this game's going to be about starting, so I probably won't end up placing this.
It's the Brewers are 7-3 their last 10. The Reds are 2-8 their last 10, and you're getting the Brewers at minus 130. Like, I just don't understand what I'm missing. Like,
right.
They literally had the advantage in every facet of this game. It would have made sense if this was minus 160. This would make a lot more sense that way.
Oh, wow. It's that? You think the price is
that think about it. Brandon Williamson hasn't pitched in a year. Tobias Myers has been extremely good for them, and they have everybody in their bullpen. I mean, it doesn't even make sense.
I haven't watched baseball in 3 months, and that line makes no sense. It should be minus 150.
Really? Yes. I feel like the Brewers were playing like shit as recent as like 6 days ago.
No, 13-7 their last 20, 7-3 their last 10. They continue to win games.
All right, let's move on to Cards Yankees. We got Mikey Mids on the road at Yankee Stadium against Nestor Cortez. Let me look at some bullpen usage here. Any angles that jump out? Cardinals are going to have no Helsley.
I was going to say, I play the Yankees minus 1.5. You can call me square if you want, but I played the Yankees minus 1.5 last night at plus 105. I just thought that line was a little. Let me see what it is right now. I think it's probably around the same. It's minus 110. Yeah, look, Nestor's kind of back. And I don't know if anybody's really talking about it because I don't really see anybody talking about it. But his last 3 starts on the road with the White Sox, on the road at Washington, and then against Cleveland. I mean, let's see, 20 total innings, only 1 run. He's not walking any guys. He ended up having a couple of walks against Washington, but I mean, the strikeouts are there. He's going deeper into games. I don't have any reason to believe that he doesn't pitch well today at home, a place that we know we can trust Nestor Cortez at home. Over 2 of his last 3 starts at home haven't been great, but at the same time, I mean, this Cardinals offense has really been hit or miss lately. I mean, yesterday they came through against Will Warren, and I mean, honestly, they had 4 runs in the 4 runs in the 3rd, and besides that, I mean, St. Louis really didn't do anything, and Will Warren is like literally one of the worst pitchers in Major League Baseball. And I'm not saying that, I'm not like being a Yankees hater trying to talk shit. Like I truly, like he doesn't belong up there. The only reason he's up there is to eat innings for Clark Schmidt to come back and stuff like that. So St. Louis got the job done. They got to the AAA or AA pitcher, or whatever you want to call Will Warren. But now they're facing a lefty, a situation where they're not hitting lefties at all this year. Cortez is pitching better than he has in the last 2 years. Yankees have everybody arrested and available in their bullpen that they would want to use. They got embarrassed yesterday a little bit. Yeah, I played Yankees -1.5. Also, I like the fact that the Yankees came back in the game yesterday. They didn't end up completing the comeback, but they in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning they really made it close. So I'll take my chances with the Yankees to win the series and to win the game by 2 runs.
I'm placing this bet right now. It's only available -105 now, so I'm definitely getting the worst of the number. But while you were talking, I was looking at it. Miles Michaelis, 4 of his last 5 starts are ugly. He had 1 nice start against the Brewers on the 22nd. That was at home. Other than that, I mean, he's gotten hit up 4 of his last 5 starts. Yankees bats last 30 days still looking good, even though they have fallen off a little bit and failed to show up a couple times recently, but as a whole, they're still solid. Cardinals against lefties. They didn't get to Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw, 6 shutout innings, just 5 base runners. Andrew Abbott pitched into the 7th, just 7 base runners. Sean Manaea, 7 shutout innings. So that's and Justin Steele. So that's 4 lefties in a row that were able to pitch great games against the Cardinals. I'm always down to back Nestor Cortez at home, not so much on the road. I'm in. I actually just placed this bet. I'm in. The Yankees -1.5.
Oh yeah.
Let me just share it to the
lineup is just rolling right now. Just with Austin Wells and Stanton back in the lineup now.
All right, Yankees -1.5 amid. Next game. What's next? Cubs Nats. All right, let's take a look. Who we got pitching here, Toast?
Wicks and Mitchell Parker.
Parker?
Where's Parker?
Uncle Ben. You got anything here? Short road favorites here, the Cubs? No. It's going to end up being a pass. I'm sure everybody, I would assume, is going to continue to bet the Cubs. Yesterday, this is the reason I'm passing on this game because I don't really know what to expect from the Nats. I really want to play the Nats. I think that price is weird, and I think that's indicative of how the books probably feel about this game. Yesterday it was 5-3. This game was, and I had Nats team total over 3.5. Nats had 10 hits. And wasn't able to get over that team total. The Cubs ended up doing what the Cubs have been doing the last week and a half, 2 weeks, finding a way to have a big inning. 4 runs in the 5th, and that's pretty much all they did. They ended up getting 1 more in the 6th. But my point to all that was everybody thought that I'll play the over. And I really thought that Washington had the advantage. I just didn't. I was worried about the Cubs and their big inning offense, and sure enough, that's what happened. So I honestly think the Nats could possibly win this game here today. There's no way I can play it just because the Nats haven't been pitching, or because of how hot the Cubs are. I mean, even versus left-handed pitching, they're the number 1 and 2 offense over the last 14 days at home or on the road, so it doesn't really matter. But Mitchell Parker has pitched really well at home. Over his last 9 starts, it's a 3.10 ERA with a 1.11 WHIP. The xFIP's up there, but at the same time, I mean, we've seen multiple guys with bad xFIPs continue to pitch well at home. So I don't really know what to expect from Jordan Wicks. But again, the Cubs just seem to find new ways to win games every time. I mean, with Pete Pro Armstrong playing really well right now. I mean, that's just Dansby Swanson's hitting doubles. I mean, if you're getting production out of Dansby Swanson, I mean,
good for you. So it's Nats or pass for me just because of that stinky line. But I can understand it's really hard to not bet against the Cubs or to not bet the Cubs if you've been betting them.
Is there any chance you can get a Nats team total over 4? Nats have actually been hitting a little bit. There's a plus 12% home run index. Maybe it's kind of hard to argue with like you were saying with the Cubs, these Cubs numbers against the recent lefty starters they've seen. I mean, granted, they've only something I will say is they've only seen one lefty in the last 3 weeks, but I mean, dating back to late July, they're crushing every lefty they see. Garrett Crochet, Nick Lodolo, Cole Reagans, DJ Harris. I mean, they're smoking every lefty they've seen. So even though Mitchell Parker's been pitching well at home, I don't know if you can necessarily hang your hat on him pitching well.
And that's what exactly. And that's where like I don't want to play. I mean, that's why it's like totals at 9. Like it's like you really. I mean, everything has to go right for a total to go over 9. You can get a juice 3.5 on the Nats, but yeah, I was hoping for the same type of thing. I wanted the Nats to total at 3.5 or 4, but 4.5 is a lot. I mean, and it's
you got to pay minus 145. For the 3.5. You know what? Caesars used to give you the even numbers. Like you can get a reasonably priced for it, but I haven't seen them. Whatever.
Back in the good old days.
Padres, Rays. Is it Dylan Cease or Dylan deceased today?
I hope we get Dylan Cease today. We need him today. I played San Diego. I probably wouldn't tail it because the number I thought it would go up. It's still about the same number, but I just feel like San Diego has so many advantages in this game. Yesterday, they had, Randy Vasquez on the mound, who I honestly wasn't even pitching bad. It's just that every time that there was 2 outs and a runner's on, the Rays did something. Like every single run that they scored yesterday was with 2 outs. So if they can do that again, so be it. Cease hasn't been the same dominant pitcher that he has been over his last few starts, but on the road at Miami, Colorado, St. Louis, and against the Mets. But at the same time, the Miami start, inexcusable. I will give you that. But 5 2/3 in Coors Field to give up 3 runs, that doesn't really bother me that much. The 4 runs in St. Louis, it was 100 degrees that day. It really wasn't that bad. He pitched pretty well against the Mets. So I just have a hard time believing that he doesn't pitch well against this Rays team that definitely you can really worry about against left-handed pitching, but against right-handed pitching, it's definitely not the same for me. And then not to mention Pepe Le Pew on the mound for the Rays. I really think that the Padres can get to him. So this is a really big game for the Padres. After they've lost 3 or 4 now, I think they get this one with the rested bullpen. They've seen the Rays bullpen over the last couple of days as well. The Padres haven't used anybody the last couple of nights. So I think the Padres get this one, but yeah, that's just me.
Someone said, look at Cease record on Sundays. And I looked and he is 0-3. The Padres are 0-3. It's only 3 instances. And one of those actually he pitched well. But yeah, the Padres are 0-3 when Dylan Cease pitches on Sundays. It seems like kind of a crazy small sample size, but that is
3
true.
Small sample size? Nah. Bet that.
No, I'm not. On paper, this final score of this game should be 2-1, so under. But I'm not betting a under 7. Boston, Detroit, Cooper Criswell's pitching against TBD, and TBD seems to be Ty Madden. Who in the fuck is that?
He's a 24-year-old that just can't seem to keep a job. Spends a lot of time in Double-A Erie or something like that, I think it is. This is a little Sunday special that I want nothing to do with. I would assume because of the number, that I guess the books think this is going to be somewhat of a close game because neither one of these, it's what, plus 100, minus 120, give or take. I would lean with the Tigers personally. Not that I'm a Ty Madden defender or anything of that nature, but at the same time, I do think that Cooper Criswell has been pitching a little bit over his head the last couple of weeks. Last 3 starts on the road at Colorado and Houston, and then at home at Toronto. 14 innings. He's only given up 2 runs. I don't think that that's going to be sustainable for Cooper Criswell. I don't have much on Madden, but I can tell you right now that this Detroit team is playing just as well, if not way better, than this Boston team over the last 30 days. I mean, like I said, Detroit 7-3 their last 10, 14-6 their last 20. I mean, Detroit is one of the most under the radar teams in Major League Baseball right now that nobody's talking about. So it's not as easy as Boston coming off of a loss, they should get the bats going against this rookie pitcher, because like I've been talking about, guys, these Boston bats have been dead for a while now. And so again, you never know what you're going to get. I mean, yesterday they scored 1. The night before that, they scored 7. The night before that, they scored 0. The night before that, they scored 3 and 6. I mean, so it's just really, really hard to trust this Boston offense. So I know that Detroit plus 100 doesn't probably get a lot of people going on a Sunday morning, but I mean, to get them at plus money, it's only Detroit or pass for me.
Yeah, no shot. I bet this. Next.
Either.
The Cobster. For those of you that weren't watching the show last year, Prop Beaver deadass referred to Alex Cobb as the Cobster for the season. Now, he hasn't been here this year, so he's been hurt for most of the year, but the Cobster is back. Prop Beaver, do you have would you back the Cobster here? I think your mic's turned down.
Oh, yeah, I was on mute. Haven't been watching much team lately, but, you know, the Cobster, he's a baller. He's a gamer, as you would put it. Can never count him out. So, but at this hefty price, Jesus.
At this hefty price.
He's
right.
a bit up there.
All right, Mitch Keller versus the Cobster. Let me check some bullpen usage here. Pirates, they're good. Cleveland, it doesn't matter with Cleveland. Clase pitched 14 straight days.
That's true.
Is that Cleveland against righties bullshit over?
Nope. They still suck.
So is this Pittsburgh?
Let me hold on. They were able to get. They had a really good day against Michael Wacha, and then they had a really good day against John Gray. We all know how good John Gray is. So
I'm not counting the John Gray because it was also John Gray on the road against lefties. That doesn't count. They hit up Michael Wacha though.
That was it. Yes, there was the dead clock is right twice a day, and Michael Wacha happened to be that guy this time. So. But yes, they are doing absolutely diddly poo offensively against right-handed pitching. The issue is that Mitch Keller has terrible history against this Cleveland team. They really hit him hard last year, not to mention the fact that he really hasn't been on the same on the road. I really want to bet Pittsburgh here. It's just very scary. Pittsburgh over the last couple of weeks, nearly a top 10 offense versus right-handed pitching, and now they're going to see Alex Cobb, who, again, hasn't started in a couple of weeks. I think he's only had 2 or 3 starts maybe this year. The one start that was at home was decent, but again, that was when the Cubs were literally doing nothing. So I'm probably going to end up playing Pirates first 5 here just because I feel like there's a huge advantage. I don't think that Mitch Keller is that bad to be priced like this. I mean, that's what threw me off, I guess, yesterday was the price. I just don't understand. I mean, Mitch Keller's been, his numbers look good or look bad, on the road. I mean, if you look at his numbers on the road, his last 4 starts, 6.65 ERA, 390 xFIP, 113 WHIP. Is it unlucky or is it just 2 really bad road starts against the Padres and the Dodgers? Because besides that, he looked really good against Arizona and he looked really good against the Texas. So I think those 2 numbers kind of skewed that. But now that we're for sure with Alex Cobb and Mitch Keller, I'm probably most likely I'm going to be betting Pirates first 5 here.
I might bet Pirates full game. Give me a Pirates money line.
Dude, bullpen is so bad, bro.
So bad. The Cleveland bats against righties, they're still trash. I just looked at it myself while you were talking. Not to mention Cleveland's got the most important game of the season tomorrow in Kansas City. The Royals only 2.5 games out. I mean, not that this manager gives a shit. He'll throw his whole bullpen out every single day. He's reckless abandon, this guy. Doesn't care about what anyone bets, doesn't care about the rules, doesn't care about any of his pitchers' arms, apparently. Still, I think it's a sneaky spot to take a Sunday dog here with I'm betting it. All right, next game while I bet this. Pirates plus 130 on DraftKings. Next up is Grimace. Where's the guy Rock from the Discord? You in here, Rock? The Pirates fan? I like that guy.
Yeah, I'm along with you. If that bullpen screws me, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
As far as the Mets are concerned, don't understand why we wouldn't play Mets -1.5 here. Super square, sure. But at the same time, like, I don't know how you can make a case for obviously, they're that bad, but Manaea has been pitching pretty damn well. I mean, and look at his last 2 starts as well. I mean, 6 2/3, 3 runs, 11 strikeouts on the road against Arizona, at home against Baltimore, 7 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 9 strikeouts. Sean Manaea is pitching extremely well right now. And whatever you want to think about Garrett Crochet, I know that there's a lot of people that I respect that still think that he's really good. I'm not here to debate if he's good or not. I'm here just to tell you that he's pitching, never pitching past the 4th inning anymore this year. And now and then after that, you're going to get 6 full innings with the Mets or Grimace offense against that dog-pissed White Sox bullpen. So, I was just waiting. I was going to play it this last night. I just kind of forgot. But yeah, it's going to be Mets -1.5. You can get it at minus. If you got Bet Rivers or FanDuel, you can get it at +100. But I just don't see how Grimace slows down here.
It would only be Grimace for me. Mets -1.5.
Not that you guys need me to tell you that against the White Sox.
Yeah, I don't even think they need to hear reasons when the White Sox are in. They get it. What is the record for most losses in the season? Are the White Sox flirting with that?
Yeah, I think so. A lot of the things that it's hard because I don't pay attention because you see a new thing every day. Like, their White Sox are 79,000 games under 500 on September 1st. No, only 3 other teams have been that bad. Like, it's like, continually gets worse. Like, it's just.
All right. Royals, Astros. I just mentioned Royals travel home for a huge series against Cleveland tomorrow. Alec Marsh. Alec Marsh making a road start in Houston. Royals facing a sweep here, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I was gotta pull my Mets thing in. I just wanted to see what the price is this morning. Royals facing a sweep. Let me check their bullpen situation now because they've been dealing with a bullpen situation the last couple nights. They ended up getting it cleaned up a little bit. Okay. So the one thing I need to double check is to see what Lucas Urseg is, because he was like hurt and then because he's been used a lot and then he was hurt. So I don't know what to expect for them. I mean, honestly, it's Astros or -1.5 or pass. It's just really hard to get to Kansas City right now. Not that I'm like sitting here trying to make a case that Blanco is going to shut them down and stuff like that, but Alec Marsh hasn't been really good for the Royals, especially on the road. His last 3 road starts on the road at St. Louis wasn't terrible. He went 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, struck out 8, but he didn't look really good against Cleveland at all. And matter of fact, he only went 4 innings or so against the White Sox, and he only gave up 2 runs, but he gave up 6 hits. It could have been more. And this Astros team is continuing to find ways to win baseball games right now. 6-4 their last 10, 13-7 their last 20. With Blanco coming off of, his last 3 home starts, he had 1 good one, and the 2 bad ones were against Boston and the Dodgers. So I'm sorry, but Kansas City doesn't fit that bill offensively, especially knowing that with a right-handed pitcher, Pasquantino's out of the lineup. I will say that I'm a little intrigued to see what Yuri Gurriel does because he's on Kansas City now. Kansas City also picked up Tommy Pham. So now this is going to be a new, almost like a new look Kansas City offense with Pham at the top and Yuri Gurriel DHing for them as well. So I know that Yuri Gurriel hasn't pitched or played in a long time, but he has been absolutely slaughtering the ball at AAA lately, like home run after home run. So it's enough to pass on the Astros for me. I think there's no way I can lay it, but I wouldn't be. I'm really curious to see how this Kansas City offense performs. So if you really wanted to gamble, you could play Kansas City, maybe their team total over. But I just think this is one where you kind of watch and see how that lineup looks. Because if that lineup looks decent, then you might be able to get some value on Kansas City in the next week or two going forward.
Now, this ballpark today is the lowest as far as run index on Ballpark Pal. For those of you that are interested, I guess I would lean Roy. No, this is a straight pass for me. Couple questions in the comments. SP Bets. Yeah, for some reason I can't get the Open Bets page to work in the Sauce Network app. So if you have the Sauce Network app, that page probably keeps coming up blank. Unfortunately, for the time being, until I can fix it, you have to go to the website to see the Open Bet. I'm working on fixing that. So yeah, the app doesn't have that page right now. And someone else, Cincy Kid, did you get your picks in, bro? You're in the finals today. Cincy Kid, don't get your picks in for the league. He might have already, actually. I don't even know. All right, next game. Blue Jays Twins. Yariel Rodriguez against Bailey Ober. I mean, I like Bailey Ober, and Yariel Rodriguez, we certainly know he's had his struggles at times, but there's no way. Minus 185. Have the Blue Jays bats officially died?
No, they scored 15 yesterday.
So I mean, one game we're gonna declare them regurgitated.
No, I mean, this is a hard game because I am a huge believer that Yariel Rodriguez isn't as bad as what he's shown his last couple starts. That being said, it's really hard to back him with this Toronto offense because you're right. They have been hit or miss. They scored 15 yesterday, but that was kind of tongue in cheek with me because previous to that, they had scored 0-2, 0-3. So they had scored some runs previous to those games, but now we're getting back a week or so. So I do expect Bailey Ober kind of to pitch well here today. Considering the fact that he has been pretty damn good for the Minnesota this year, and he's coming off literally his worst performance of the season, maybe of his career, where he went 2 innings, gave up 7 hits and 9 runs. He faced his Toronto team earlier this year on the road, went 6 in the 3rd innings, didn't give up a run, struck out 10 guys. He's had a lot of success against this Toronto lineup over the last couple of years, so I would assume that he bounces back. I just don't really know what we get from Yariel Rodriguez. I really want to play Twins minus 1.5. Like I'm not going to because that price is absolutely ridiculous, and I have to see Bailey Ober get back. But I mean, it's Bailey Ober, and then Minnesota has everybody rested and available in their bullpen behind him. So again, it's a strong lean to the Twins side. But I just want to see Bailey Ober. I don't want to deal with it on a Sunday. So, it's Twins or pass, minus 1.5.
I mean, you aren't joking, man. Last 30 days, Blue Jays one of the best top 5 lineup against righties. Last 30 days, top 10 lineup, period.
It's not as easy as just to fade them because if Bailey Ober isn't on,
then why are they letting us get plus 152? Is Yariel Rodriguez a little shaky?
That's what I'm saying. Like the price it's really hard to figure because it's like, trust me, I was trying to get to Toronto, but it's like, man, like if Rodriguez doesn't pitch well, I mean, we are absolutely screwed because that Toronto bullpen still is terrible.
So why don't we go over 8.5 here?
Because if Bailey Ober pitches well, it's going to be like 5-3. You know what I mean?
All right, next game. Oakland, Texas. Mitch Spence is pitching against...
Okay. Walter Pennington.
I'm good. I'm super good. Walter Pennington. Sounds fucking made up.
I know. I swear to God, I looked at 3 different places just to make sure that I wasn't screwing that name up. This is an absolute pass. I have no idea what to do with this game. Walter Pennington, I'm not going to sit here and act like I pretend like I know a whole bunch about because I don't. I know that he's not started a whole bunch of games, but he's came out of the bullpen for them a few times. I do know that. But again, Mitch Pence on the road this year over his last 3 starts, last 4 road starts, actually not terrible. Looked really good on the road against Toronto. Cincinnati, Toronto, and the Angels. The only time that he looked bad was against the Mets. So I lean Oakland here. But again, Oakland, I mean, man, they've been scoring runs as well, but I mean, it's just been all or nothing. It's either 9 or 2. So it's Oakland or pass. The price kind of threw me off here. Yeah, I mean, Oakland has scored 9 runs in three of their last 4 games, and you're still getting them at plus 110. So it just doesn't really make sense to me. Plus, it's a lefty. We all know that Oakland's been pretty good against lefties, but really they haven't. The last few lefty starters have actually pitched well against Oakland. I mean, they got 4 off of Quintana. It's been really hard. So it's Oakland or pass for me. Oakland's been really good against bullpens as well, and we all know how the Texas bullpen is absolutely terrible. Yeah, so it's Oakland or pass for me. This is a weird game.
Someone goes, "Can you pitch with a monocle?" He goes, "Walter Pennington fan here. He's Bo Jackson's son and has an 0.89 ERA." All right, let's go to the next game. Walter Pennington fan here. All right, Baltimore in Coors. Zach Eflin in Coors Field sounds like a nightmare.
This whole series has been a nightmare. I thought the Rockies would win the first game. They lost. I thought the Baltimore would win yesterday. They lost. So, but yeah, Zach Eflin in Coors Field has been absolutely terrible. 14 total innings, 12 runs on 20 hits. That goes back to 2018, I think, or 2019. So take that for whatever it's worth. This is an absolute stay away pass for me. There's no chance in hell that I bet Baltimore with Zach Eflin on the road at that huge price. I will give you that Zach Eflin has been pitching well his last 3 road starts, that not in Coors Field, obviously. Toronto, 5 2/3, 2 runs on 6 hits. Cleveland, 6 1/3, 5 hits, 2 runs. And then Tampa Bay, a little bit of a master class there, 7 innings, 4 hits, and no runs. So I would expect Zach Eflin to give up a few to the Rockies, this Rockies offense who's been serviceable over the last couple weeks. So this total's at 11 for a reason. It would be Rockies team total over for me or pass.
I think we should bet the Rockies here. Zach Eflin on the road in Coors Field. I don't care what his ERA says. I don't care what his history says. This is bad. I mean, we know this dude gets rocked on the road. Put up Rockies money line. Baltimore's bullpen is a little on the tax side, and they have a game tomorrow. The Rockies are off, right? Let me just check to make sure that's true. Yeah, the Rockies are off. So I mean. Yeah, 158? Hell yeah. Where can I get that?
You can get 160 on FanDuel.
160 on Bet365. Jumping on it now.
That works too. And also Ty Black. Also a little bit of a step down. You know what? I'm going to tell you on this one.
Let's go.
Just because Ty Black over his last couple starts, who's he faced? Boston and the Dodgers. He's been hit up, but he pitched well against Pittsburgh. Yeah, pitched well against Cleveland. And, oh, by the way, he went on the road to Baltimore last year, went 7 innings, 3 hits, and 1 run. This guy's not scared of some Burns and Orange.
Of course not. Why would he be?
Rocks up.
Just placed it. Send it to the Discord now.
Sorry, Charles.
Don't apologize to him. He knows. He's probably on the Rockies himself. Actually, speaking of Charles, here's the Marlins game, and he's been sending Marlins GIFs all freaking morning. So I'm guessing he's on the Marlins here.
Good luck, buddy.
Yo, what?
That's what I'm saying. I played Giants minus 1.5, but
hey, I know he's on the Marlins because he's been sending Marlins GIFs literally all morning.
Yeah,
it's a road getaway, bro.
Yep. Congratulations. Yes, it is. Hey, good luck to you guys. I'm on the Giants minus 1.5. Fortunately, I wouldn't play it at the number now. I got it at a completely different number. But I expect Logan Webb to pitch extremely well here today at home. I don't think if you're watching this show on a Sunday morning, you don't need me to tell you how well he's pitched at home this year. His last 4 starts against the White Sox, Atlanta, Detroit, and Oakland, 3 total runs, and he's going 7 innings or more in all of those. Doesn't have the best history against Miami on the road, but at home it's been really good. And then Miami's starting a guy named Darren McGovern. Who's had 1 start since 2021, not to mention that Miami bullpen. So I will give you guys that the Giants offense is god-awful. But at the same time, I do think that Logan Webb at home -1.5 at plus 100 is what I got it at. Was worth a play for me, especially the Giants coming off of a loss. I get that the Miami with the road getaway days has been hot. But usually there's a somewhat serviceable pitcher on the mound that's pitched in Major League Baseball like once or twice in the last couple of years. Today's a little bit of a different story, but yeah, go ahead and play the fish and see what happens.
Darren McCollum pitched at Long Beach State University, 6-4 with a 2.96 ERA there. Spent some time with the Mariners. Yeah.
Spent a little time with Cleveland. Pretty sure.
Is Logan? I mean, I feel like let me see Logan Webb splits here. 2.26 ERA, 7-3 at home. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. The Marlins on road getaway days, they just deliver. All right, I'm not betting it yet. Just know there's a chance. Next up. Speaking of Seattle, Bryce Thriller, the new Thriller. Bryce Thriller's on the road in LA here.
Yeah, let me see what the number is now. Really quickly. I'm on Seattle first 5 run line. Let's see what the number is now. First 5 minus a half, -125. What did I get it at? 5. Yeah. Seattle first 5 run line. It's at -120, 125. If you want it, you can have it. It's only a 10-cent difference. I got it at -115. But Bryce Miller has absolutely owned this LA Angels lineup over his career, over his last 3 starts against them at home or on the road. 18 total innings, only 11 hits and only 1 run with 25 strikeouts. Not to mention the fact that Bryce Miller, over his last 7 starts, has been just pitching absolutely fantastic. 1 bad start at home against Philadelphia, and a weird road start that wasn't that great against the White Sox, but he looked really good on the road at Detroit. And I know that when I say Detroit, immediately you don't think much of it, but I continue to tell you guys, Detroit has been playing extremely good baseball, so that's actually a very impressive start to go on the road to Detroit and go 7 shutty. And then he went on the road in Dodger Stadium as well, went 4 innings, gave up 5 hits and 2 runs. I think they pulled him a little bit early there, but then he came back at home against the Rays and went 7 innings and had 10 strikeouts. So I have no reason to believe that Bryce Miller doesn't pitch well here today. We're also getting the Mariners after getting walked off a because of a bullpen blow up yesterday, and them facing a guy named Caden Dana who doesn't pitch in Major League Baseball at all. We saw 2 nights ago what Seattle did to another guy. I can't think of his name, that just came up for a cup of coffee in Major League Baseball as well. I felt like I just felt like the advantage for Seattle in the first 5 was way too big to pass up on the run line at -115. So if you really want to play Seattle and you like what I said, I would still play it at -120, 125. It's not that big of a difference, but I have a hard time believing Bryce Miller doesn't go 4 or 5 shutty here in this matchup.
Let me teach you guys a thing or two about Caden Dana. So he pitched with the Empire 66ers, had a 6.48 ERA. Then he got promoted to the Tri-City Dust Devils, 2-4 with a 4.22 ERA, so slightly better. Then he pitched for the Rocket City Trash Pandas, 2.52 ERA. Caden Dana's on the come up here. Seattle can't hit. I don't know shit about Caden Dana. I'm literally reading his Wikipedia page. Next, yo.
Dude, the Inland Empire 66s, that's a good squad.
It's a hell of a program. The Empire City 66ers. All right. Dodgers.
Can I just say, I'm a Padres fan, but God, I love the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers team total over 4.5. It's the freest money in the world right now. Just keep on playing it. That is literally all I'm going to say. You're either on the train or you're not. It's really that simple, boys. Yesterday it cashed in the 3rd inning. It probably does the same damn thing here today. It's that easy. I'm done.
The Fot's good, bro.
Sweet.
Nah, that's cool with me. Dodgers team total.
Last time he started at home against the Dodgers, 4 2/3, 6 hits, 4 runs. On the road at the Dodgers, 4 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs. I'm just.
Someone goes, Caden Dana equals Kurt Schilling.
Could be. You know what? The Mariners could possibly, if there's one team that make him look like that, it would be the Seattle Mariners.
Dude, Caden Dana's going to deal. His ERA got better every time he got promoted. Yeah, he struggled a little bit with the 66ers, but then he put on the, what was the other one? The
Pandas.
No, the Dust Devils was second.
Oh, the Dust Devils, the Tri-City. Shout out Tri-Cities.
Yeah, he threw on that Tri-City Dust Devils jersey, and he just, he found himself. Yeah, whatever. Dodgers minus 1.5. Sounds good to me.
Team total for me. Sorry.
He put that Dodgers team. Yeah. Braves. Oh, here we go. Sunday Night Baseball. All right.
Boy.
Schwelle. We're getting Schwelle. They're giving a Schwelle a plus money. What are they, nuts?
Dude, I fell for that trap yesterday with the Braves. I'm sitting here the whole.
Schwelle wasn't pitching.
That is true. I'm going to be looking towards the Braves again. I love me some Phillies baseball, but at the same time, I still think that these prices are ridiculous. Yesterday, Braves just didn't show up yesterday, I guess. I don't really know what else to think. I mean, obviously Wheeler pitched well, but so did Max Fried. It's not like Max Fried didn't pitch well. So it is what it is. I mean, clearly the books knew. I mean, because that line, I ended up betting Atlanta at like plus 148 or plus 150 or something like that, which is absolutely ridiculous, especially when these two teams play. I mean, neither one of these teams, especially in the regular season, it has a huge advantage over the other one. So it's all Braves or pass for me. I want nothing to do with Aaron Nola as a home favorite right here. The Braves, let me pull it up. The Braves, I just wanted to make sure. Braves didn't use literally anybody in their bullpen yesterday. The Phillies did use Estevez, and Hoffman's went 2 of the last 3 days. Estevez is obviously fine. He only pitched 12 pitches, and Hoffman is actually really not used. So the bullpens are really kind of a wash, but I mean, I honestly don't feel like the Phillies have that big of a starting pitching advantage with Nola over Schwellenbach. I mean, Schwellenbach on the road this year overall has been pretty decent. I mean, his last 4 road starts, 7 innings, 2 hits, 11 strikeouts against Grimace. He went on the road to Colorado his first time, gave up 2 runs and 6 hits. After Colorado, I think that, which makes sense. He had a little bit of a struggle against the Angels where he went 5 innings and gave up 3 runs. But then again, right after that, he faced Minnesota on the road and went 4 2/3, gave up 5 hits and no runs. And in between there, he pitched against this Philadelphia team at home. He went 6 2/3 and only gave up 2 runs. So again, I don't really worry about the Phillies versus right-handed pitching because they continued not to impress, especially against the way that they have against left-handed pitching. And Schwellenbach, this will be the 3rd time that they've seen him, but he's pitched well in both times. So he hasn't pitched on the road against them yet. But at the same time, the last time that Aaron Nola pitched at home against Atlanta, he went 4 1/3, gave up 11 hits and 6 runs. So previous to that, he had thrown a 6-inning shutout. So I don't want to make it seem like Aaron Nola at home against the Braves is just a phase spot. But it's not like Aaron Nola is dominating the Braves lineup to a point where I can't get to a Braves bet. So I'm going to be on the Braves. I will be betting the Braves. Again, just like yesterday, this line continues to climb, so I'm not in a hurry to bet it. But I will be on the Braves. I'm just going to be watching the line. If it starts dropping from 120 to 115-ish, I'll bet it then, and I'll be watching it closely. So if you're in the Discord, I'll post it as soon as I see the line moving. But I will be on the Braves. I'm just waiting to get the better line.
Someone in the comments, Irish Sheed says 4-2 Braves final score. Then Lil Clutch says, y'all tripping, 5-2. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Someone else said 5. My bad. That was... I thought he said 4-2. You're tripping. It's gonna be 5-2. I'll bet the Braves too. Schwelle's my guy. Plus 120. Philadelphia is a disgusting city and just a terrible place. So, yeah, I'm at Sunday Night Baseball. I'll place a bet, but it's the Phillies at home at a pretty short price, so I'm not crazy. I'll take the Braves to do some gambling. I'll tell you. How about some community parlay? Hit them with the song.
Community parlay, the parlay we bet, yeah. Community parlay is for the community. We community, making a parlay. Yeah.
All right.
Really quickly, somebody just messaged me if I'm not worried about Brandon Pfaadt. Brandon Pfaadt's been like pitching extremely bad over the last couple of weeks, and he has a terrible history against the Dodgers. So I know that Brandon Pfaadt at home is, for some people, it might be a little bit of a bet on. But if you just take a look at his history and how he's pitching, he's not really the Brandon Pfaadt that you know and love.
Pfaadt always shows up. Pfaadt shows up for me though. All right, ready for the poll? It is Yankees money line, Cubs money line, Padres money line, Red Sox money line. Cast your votes. Cast your votes. Today is Pat Burrell Day in Philly. Pat Burrell.
Oh.
Wow.
Damn it.
The ultimate Met killer. Dude could be batting 216. He's putting 3 out at Shea Stadium. Shout out Shea.
Patty Barrel's 9. Damn it.
Damn it. All right, so prop beaver put, it looks like everyone bet the Yankees. Okay, that was probably the most one-sided community parlay poll of all time. All right, so Yankees money line. We got next. We'll do Pirate. I don't know. I like the Pirates. No, they like Guardians. Grimace, Astros, and then they definitely like the Twins too.
Ooh, I wouldn't mind an
KS
all New York parlay either. New York Mets moneyline parlay at plus 125.
You know, someone said Walter Pennington sounds like one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. All right, so Grimace money line, an all New York community parlay so far. I voted for Oakland actually, Athletic money line. Orioles money line because they don't believe in the Rocks. Giants money line definitely, and Mariners money line. Cast your votes. Cast your votes.
I think I'm going to end up betting Oakland myself, unfortunately.
You said, oh yeah, you said Oakland or pass there. Guys, the football schedule just did it for this week. Where should I post this? Because a couple of people asked, like, what day are you doing this game? And I think I should post it somewhere where everyone could see it. Maybe on Twitter or something. All right, you know what? I'll post it in the YouTube community section so people know. We're going through 3 NFL games and 5 or 6 college football games a day. So by the time we get to the weekend, if you watch the show every day, you will have heard us go through every single game. Got a bunch of guests coming on, too. Giants money line.
Hey, just a quick question. On that schedule, some of the games are in blue. What's that mean?
Blue means it's game night. That means the game's that night.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to do, for example,
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. There you good. All right. Dodgers money line. Dodgers are dogs? Phillies
Really?
money line. And then 2 second places. Well, minus 105.
Man,
I just heard your Dodgers team total over. Didn't even look.
yeah, that's how I've been playing them. I haven't even been looking at the side because they just keep. I mean,
Yeah, it's been automatic.
no. And it's not like Arizona like kills lefties. I mean, they are at home facing a sweep. But...
And the community parlay is Yankees, Mets, Giants, Dodgers. Let me get some odds, please. Someone in the comments.
Giants. 4 teams. Parlay. Plus 504 on DraftKings.
Plus 504 on DraftKings. So community parlay, Yankees, Mets, Giants, Dodgers. Now, as far as college football, we do have USC LSU tonight. I don't have a guest or anything coming on, but I went through the game pretty extensively. Hold on one second. Let's say our link. So if you want a handicap on that game, go over right here. Everyone, enjoy your day. Have yourself a good one. Oh, betting league. Okay, real quick. For those of you that are doing the betting league, this is how we're doing. So the football betting league starts this week. How it's going to work is the first football night of the week. So usually Wednesday, Thursday. This week it's Thursday. You will submit your picks in the Discord or on the website. You can do it either place. So say for Thursday Night Football, it'll be you get 2 bets, a full unit and a half unit. You pick spread, team total, whatever. So you submit. As soon as you submit, you become entered for that week. Now, as soon as the Thursday night game kicks off, you'll be randomly assigned a division. So you'll receive your division, and you'll see you're against other people in the Discord. You'll have people in your division. So then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you'll be betting and accumulating earnings in your division. Now, where it gets fun is Sunday. For NFL Sunday, you're going to look and, like, say you're in first place. It's going to be interesting because unlike the MLB league where it goes by wins and losses, you beat your opponent, it's earnings. So if you're in your division and you had a rough couple of days and it's Sunday, you can still take shots on plus 280 dogs as your bets to try to, like, you're still in it. So it's going to be interesting on Sunday if you have a lead, maybe takes like some conservative favorites, just like it's going to be interesting.
The strategy plays is going to be cool because you're going to have guys gunning for you if you've had a down week. So if a dog wins that week or a couple dogs win that week, it's going to turn the whole betting thing around. That'll be fun.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fun. So how it works is NFL Sunday. That's I'm gonna make it. You submit 4 or 5 bets. So like you'll submit a good amount, and that's gonna be the last day. So at the end of the day, Sunday, if you're winning your division, you go on to the finals of Monday Night Football where you pick the side, total, and we'll do I'll throw a prop in there. I mean, you make like 3 or 4 picks on Monday Night Football with the other division winners. Winner gets the trophies, which came in the mail, by the way, the football handicapping trophies. The winner gets $150 and the trophy. So that's how the football betting league is going to work. You need to submit your bets for later in the season. In October, there are college football games on Wednesday. So it'll start on Wednesday for those. But for most weeks, it'll start Thursday for the NFL. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Enjoy your Sunday. Remember to bet responsibly. Oh, here's the link to LSU UNC. If you want to watch that. Talk to you guys later.